And then we're going to talk a little bit about soft and hard shapes, right? I mentioned it in the previous slide, but here we have some awesome effects from the Super Galaxy line. We've got some Super Galaxy Fizz, and I believe an effect from Super Galaxy Shyvana down here. So in these shapes, in these first two examples right here, you'll notice that they use fairly crisp edges with just a little bit of subtle glow around them. And this is great depending on the style that you're going for. It creates a nice sense of sharpness and punchiness to the effect that's happening. But some interesting things can happen too if you blend in sharp and soft. And you'll notice that each of these two over here, these third and fourth ones, they start off really sharp, and then the shapes that come in afterwards are very soft. And this gives you a nice sense of punch and then a dissipation outro. And I mean, you can go ham with this in your materials as well. Like the material could start with really high contrast, and then you can like animate the contrast over time so it becomes more fuzzy, that kind of thing. Could be really cool. And then of course, down here we've got a blend of simultaneous hard and soft shapes going on at the same time, and that gives us this sense of the shapes being really magical and having this nice like glowy quality about them where they're sort of dreamlike or ethereal, and that can work well too. So depending on how you have your goals set up for an effect, you can play around with hard crisp edges, you can play around with soft edges and mix them together in interesting ways. Just be conscious of how you're mixing those and which ones are prominent, which ones are secondary. We talked about primary and secondary elements in the previous tutorial, and so yeah, just keep that in mind as you're playing around with those kinds of things.